So this video is going to be about 5 things to know about the AGV K1 before you buy it. Okay, so first thing that is nice about this helmet that I didn't really realize, they probably have it in the description, so it actually comes Bluetooth speaker install ready, if that makes sense. So basically they have like little cutouts right here that you can Velcro your like, let's say your Bluetooth communication system comes with little speakers, so you can just fit them right in. Super convenient. I really liked that. It still gave me space to get my helmet on and off without my ears being completely squished. It does make space a little bit tighter in there for your ears, so sometimes I would be kind of wrestling with the helmet to try to get my ear back to normal. So, but for the most part, I thought that was a really nice feature, and for a kind of entry-level helmet, I feel like that's kind of a nice little feature that they threw in there. The price of this helmet does hit right around, I think, $200, maybe $210. So it's nice that it is a little bit easier on your wallet, especially if you're starting out with riding and this is your first helmet. Okay, the second thing, this one doesn't really apply to everyone, but in case you were interested, this helmet is super easy to convert into a motovlogging helmet. It hid all of the wires that I had to stuff in there super easily, along with all of the wires that came along with my Cardo. So that was super nice. It took a little wrestling with the like the cheek padding to kind of hide everything in there, but once you do that, it hides it all so nicely. So again, I know that doesn't really apply to everyone, but I guess if you guys are interested in motovlogging or even just filming stuff, you can definitely do that. And it's nice to know that if you do get a Bluetooth communication system, it very easily hides all of the wires that come along with it. Okay, the third thing is the airflow is just spectacular on this thing. During this summer, whenever I was really riding a lot, it got up to anywhere between like 80 and 90. 90 was kind of the cutoff because I would melt. But I was worried, like, oh my gosh, is my brain just gonna cook in this helmet, because it is a dark color, so it is gonna soak up the sun rays. And honestly, it just did phenomenal. Like, whenever I took off my helmet, the top of it was hot, but like my head was fine. Like, I wasn't like dripping in sweat. So that was honestly a great thing to have. Like, this helmet really did awesome in the summertime. Now, whenever things started to get cooler, with any helmet, it's good to get a pin lock. I don't have a pin lock for this bad boy, so it was always fogging up and I couldn't really close the vents, otherwise my visor would fog up instantly. So definitely get a pin lock if you plan on using this helmet long term. Okay, so the fourth thing to know is the padding around the forehead. I've actually talked to another rider about this that also owns the K1, and the lining, let me just show you guys. Sorry, I forgot these were in here. Okay. Oh, there's my ski mask. Okay, so literally the lining right here, it's honestly pretty thin. So after multiple times of putting on and then taking off the helmet, it does seem to almost come undone. That kind of got irritating, just having to keep pulling it back down, just because it wanted to get shoved up into the helmet. So that was kind of irritating, but also just because that lining is thin there, that pressure just builds. Even if you do pull down the lining there, it just, I found, for me anyway, that like after a while of riding, it just started to ache and it just hurts after a while. I actually had to take breaks from riding just because my head was hurting right here from that pressure just building. At slower speeds, it's not as bad. It's definitely much more bearable. But at higher speeds and after just like 2 hours of riding, it just got to be a lot. And sometimes I would have to stop riding because this helmet hurt my head. Now it very possibly could just be, you know, maybe my helmet and this other person's just so happened to be the same way, or, you know, it could just be ours, or it could be a more common thing among the K1s. So definitely keep in mind of that if you plan on riding for a long time or consistently on the highway or something like that. So that kind of sucked, not gonna lie. So yeah. Okay, so the fifth thing that I wanted to share is how deafening this helmet is. I really wish I would have listened to the people that were kind of warning me that this helmet was loud. I just kind of ignored it because I'm like, I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with this helmet. And because I love the look, I love the brand, but I just kind of ignored it. And I was also just so excited to get into riding and buy my own gear that I was just like, you know what, no, I'll just, you know, skip over the part of it being loud by wearing earplugs. And of course I had times when either I was lazy, I lost my earplugs, I had all of my gear on, I was already downstairs in the garage on my bike, and I was like, I forgot my earplugs, and I'd be like, whatever. So I guess that could be more so blamed on me for not taking the extra step for preventing hearing loss. But I also feel like it should be a feature for helmets to block a lot of road noise, personally. It is frustrating that I have actually lost hearing with my first helmet because it just let in so much wind noise and just road noise. So if you do get this helmet, I strongly recommend that you wear some sort of ear protection. My bike, I don't feel like the exhaust is that loud. But I mean, regardless, just going at a higher speed and just regular road noise, it's a lot. And also wind pressure going all kinds of crazy inside of your helmet. That can cause hearing loss too. And I noticed I had lost some hearing with this helmet almost instantly. I'd say after two or three rides of just normal city street riding. I mean, like maybe 35, 45 miles an hour. So personally, that's something that is very frustrating for me. I really wish I would have listened to the people that were warning me that this was a loud helmet, and I wish I would have done a better job of wearing hearing protection as well. So that is definitely something to keep in mind if you are really dead set on getting this helmet. So yeah. Okay, so all in all, as an owner who has experience with this helmet, would I recommend this helmet to other people? And I think ultimately it does depend on what you as a rider are looking for, or just you as a beginner rider looking for in a helmet. Because this helmet could literally check like all the boxes for someone else. And for me, it just didn't hit the mark. So it is kind of disappointing, but all in all, I'm happy with it as my first helmet. I don't really regret it. I know that there are other options for more entry-level helmets or just lower budget. Can't say I would recommend cheaping out. So if you're like, should I go more expensive or not? I would say just bump up your price. Again, your safety has no price. So personally, I'd say just go for it. All in all, I don't think I could. I really love the look of these helmets, and I really love what AGV has put out, but I guess for me, maybe I just don't want to be having to obsess over hearing protection. And again, that could be more of a user error versus something being wrong with their product. So I feel like that's more of a feature that I would be looking for personally versus something's actually wrong with a helmet. personally, I just don't think I could recommend this helmet, also just because of the discomfort. But I definitely did try on other helmet brands just to get an idea of which shape fit me better, and AGV did fit me the best. So I think it's just the padding isn't quite enough on the forehead. So I just hope that this video was helpful if you guys are looking into getting the K1. Just some little things to think about. I know this video wasn't like super in depth and going over everything over the K1. If you guys would like to see more of like a in-depth kind of open box assessment of the K1, I do have a video of that whenever I first bought the helmet. I kind of take it apart and talk all about it. So if you guys want to see that, I will link it right here. And again, my answer is based on things that I am looking for in a helmet. I understand that those things might not be the same for another person. So this helmet could literally be the lid of your dreams. And if that is awesome, I am so happy that you know, this helmet is hitting all the check boxes for you. So yeah, I think that's about all. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.